How's it going, guys? Lucas here. Let me show you the latest addition to Lazy Panda. Well, it's not really a latest addition, but it's gotten a full rewrite, and yeah, I rebuilt the entire tool from scratch pretty much. And I also added a little shelf tool that allows you to easily pip install Python libraries to your Houdini without like the hassle of figuring out how that actually works and how to properly link it and whatnot. So you can see right now the Optimal Transport is complaining because it's missing the Python library. So it's saying no module found named OT. So what we need to do, and I put it here as well, we need to install the POT Python library, which is the Python library for Optimal Transport. Okay, so to do this, we just need to write the name of the Python library. So if you ever install Python, you basically do pip install and then the name. What we need to do, we only need to put the name here. By default, it's actually picking that one because that's most likely what you need to install anyways. So you just write POT, hit install, and you can see a console is opening, and this console is opening as well. If you're not on the Windows, you're probably not seeing this one, but you most likely see some sort of console that is opening. So you can see it's looking for the packages, and it's installing NumPy's Scrippy and POT, because POT depends on the other two, so it immediately installs it with them. Oh, that message just appeared out of screen for you. So it's saying, yeah, it installed it here. So that's the location. Perfect. Let's close this, and you will realize, no, it actually works. We don't need a restart in this case. So it computed the Optimal Transport. Let me actually have a look if it did it for real. For real? No, it didn't. So restart Houdini just to be safe. You should always restart Houdini once you installed new or did a new pip install, because otherwise Houdini might not understand how to link things and whatnot. So it's always better to do a restart. So yeah, now it's doing it. You can see we have an input geometry here, which, well, in this case, it's a volume because I want to scatter points inside of a volume. Internally, it's just a scatter node after this, if you want. So I have two volumes, and now I get 1,000 points in each of them. Don't go too crazy with that number because the computation gets quite intensively heavy. So if you go 10K, it might be still fine. If you go over that, you better have a really good CPU, because otherwise you will wait forever. Yeah, so now the Optimal Transport is calculated, and you can switch on the output. You can switch to preview the vectors, and you can see each point found its optimal way to another point on the other side, or to its consecutive point if you want. They both have the same point number, so they find each other. And if you go animated preview, you can just morph between the two. And yeah, you can imagine what you can do with that. I will link to an older tutorial of mine where I explain a bit in more detail what you could do with this data. I used it to drive a flip simulation, for example. So you can very nicely morph between, let's say, letters or two shapes like we have here in a flip simulation, with the information that Optimal Transform can give you. Yeah, that's it for this one. Took me a bit of time to rebuild everything in here, and also build the pip install tool for you. So yeah, 2 new tools basically, and the rest in the list. As I said, I will continue this. Also this file available on Patreon as well, with the tools, of course. Hop onto Patreon, grab it. If you like this, leave me a like and subscribe. Really helps me out. It's costing you nothing. Yeah, and see you in the next one. Cheers.